Okay, so we're gonna do a quick review. This is for kind of check the names so I get it right. My first girlfriend is a gal. Okay, so here's the thing. I was looking through, instead of my list, I was looking through genres, and I was just like, I'm gonna go through all the genres, see if there's anything. So I get to the ecchi section, and if that's basically the pervy stuff. So I was just like, but like a few of the anime I actually ended up liking were in that section, which is weird because they kind of weren't really ecchi, if you ask me. But I guess it depends what you consider it. So I'm going through, and I see something that I had tried watching once, and then it was so cringeworthy. I was just like, nope. First episode, middle of it, fuck it, nope, not watching it. So I see it again, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's just a little cringy and it gets better. Man up, try it. So I ended up watching the entire series. It's 10 episodes, and I can honestly say it didn't get better. It was worse. You know how, like, in a lot of anime, there's a bunch of cliche character types? Well, guess what we had? The childhood friend, little sister mix that likes Oni-chan too much. I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm so used to that trope, I could delete it from my mind pretty quick. And then you had the forced, you had the stupid friends, and there's 3 of them, and all 3 of them share the same personality type. Virgin, perverts, obsessed with sex. So there's those 3 characters. Oh, and one's pedophile. Well, it's called lolicons, but let's be honest. God, same thing sometimes. In this case, definitely. So, and then there's the main character. You know how a lot of main characters, they kind of tend to look alike, they don't really stand out. Well, I'm pretty sure the person that made this made him as generic as possible. And then you have the main love interest, and what really made me want to watch it was the gal fashion thing, because one of the first anime I ever watched was when we had Comcast, and they had an anime section. I stumbled on it one day, and I became a bit obsessed with an anime called Super Gals. And for those of you that don't know, gal is actually a fashion choice. It is, don't quote me on this, but that's basically mostly what it is. And I think it's supposed to be based on, like, the California Valley Girl. So it's a lot of tan, bleached hair. But a lot of times those girls get portrayed as delinquents or whores. And that's basically the entire fucking show, is them basically seen as nothing but whale objects. That's the entire premise of the show. And I'm just like, hold up, Alexis. Maybe it's one of those shows that starts off bad and they learn a valuable lesson. Oh, they tried that bullshit. You could tell they tried that to make you think that. No. None of the characters were really likable. Any character that might have had a slight tinge of likability, oh, they fucked that up real quick. Like Ronko, who's the heroine, the main heroine, the love interest, what's her name, Yukana. Ronko's her, like, childhood friend, and Ronko is in love with her. And to be perfectly honest, I would much rather have those 2 together, but no. And she's very protective of her. She's very violent to the people that... She's violent. She's very protective of her. She likes her. I get that. She's a bit of a pervert. I'm fine with that. Some people are like that. Whatever. Power to you. But basically, she's very molesty of her. She's not least bit subtle. She's very violent. and threatening towards Yukon and the main character's boyfriend, who's of course our protagonist, and just I don't understand. There's nothing likable about him. When 4 characters in your entire show, their only real personality trait is they're a pervert and a virgin and obsessed with sex. They're not interesting characters. Like, I've noticed there are a lot of tropes in Japan, but this is one where America and Japan actually share, is that bullshit virgin quest, gotta lose my virginity thing. Let's go on a road trip, let's go to a party, gotta lose my virginity because it's the worst thing that could possibly happen to us. There are some tropes I've talked about that I want to just be wiped off the face of the earth. Can we please have that character trope die off? I'm so tired of the pervert character. There's nothing wrong with being a bit of a pervert if, you're respectful and you can control your urges. What I mean by that is, like, don't randomly grow up someone, don't peek on them in the fucking shower, don't be a fucking creep. But if you're a bit of a pervert, that's fine. You have hormones, sex is natural, that's fine. I'm so... All of them, though. Every fucking pervert character in the fucking anime is either the accidental one that falls and, oops, I accidentally touched someone's boob and it's not their fault. Like, legit, not their fault. But that's pretty much the entire premise of the relationship being started, is some lucky bullshit thing happening. And then them getting socked in the face when they don't deserve it. To be perfectly honest, if you think about it from the girl's standpoint about how often that bullshit happens, of course she'd be like, this motherfucker's doing this on purpose. Of course I'm going to punch him in the face. Which kind of makes me laugh if you think about it, because it's like, oh, no, I can see why they react that violently after a while of like 20 times in, this shit keeps happening. It's not a coincidence. Of course, the anime technically is a coincidence, but, But, yeah. I was supposed to be quick, it's going around 7+ minutes, but... Yeah, so none of the characters were really likable. But anyways, I was talking about Ranko. So she's very violent, and yeah, but I kind of like the stand-up character that, protects their friend. I like that type of thing. But she takes it too far, and in order to, because she knows he's kind of just with her to sleep with her, Yukana, and the main character. So she tests him, which... kind of fucked up, but okay, I get it. You kind of want to see if he's going to hit on some girl or something. Like, I can understand keeping an eye on him to some extent, if it's within reason. Like, let's say you're passing by in the hallway, you see him talking to another girl, and he's acting a little weird, like maybe he's flirting with her clearly, then I can understand out of the corner of your eye being like, what the fuck, man? But don't stalk someone around, don't threaten them for no fucking reason. Basically, if you happen to see something shifty, yeah, tell your friend, hey, dude, your boyfriend's shifty. Your girlfriend's shifty. I happen to see this. Sorry, but, I love you, and I don't want to hide that and say, oh, no, I didn't see anything, blah, 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 blah. Nothing happened. Because I don't want to hurt my friend. No, but then she does something really, she literally, basically dry humps him. To get him to, slip up, and it's sure, she's doing it to make sure what kind of guy he is, but I don't care if you've been childhood friends. You were dry humping your best friend's boyfriend. It doesn't matter if he's a creep, you're a fucking creep. What is wrong with you? And that's basically the entire fucking show, is me going, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Who the fuck is the show for? It's horrible. And I kept hoping that it would just, maybe, he would learn that it gets better. And to some extent, the ending is, basically the premise of the entire show. The very first episode, you know what you're in for. I'm not spoiling anything. And even if I am, who fucking cares? It's not a good anime. I skip it. But, literally, the entire premise is he wants to get laid, so he sees a gal. And goes, oh, she's easy, she's a whore, because... that's basically what everyone thinks about these girls. It literally is a fucking fashion trend that people are just really into. but automatically it translates to delinquent and or slut. She's gonna fuck anyone. She's easy, meh. And that's basically the entire show. Is he literally, well, his friends, right? And hold on, there you go. You can see because the TV's on now. It went standby again. Basically, the only reason he asked her out, and technically his friends write the note to like meet her, that bullshit locker thing. Which, whatever, if that's your thing, I don't care. I'm so used to that. I don't care anymore. But it's, meet me behind the school, the love letter thing. And, like, literally, so they write it, and then he just asks her out. And the only reason he's doing it is because she's a gal, therefore she must be easy, therefore I can lose my virginity easily. That is the entire premise of the fucking show. The entire premise. And all the girls, of course, in the show, another trend that must die is when every fucking female character or male character wants to fuck the protagonists. Why? Why? There's nothing interesting about him. He's not hot. He's not rich. He's not smart. He's not interesting. Not really a good person. Literally a piece of scum that only has to go out for that reason. Which, by the way, not dissing on you. If you don't want a relationship and you don't, you just kind of want to do it with someone, there are ways to go about it that are safe and respectful. As long as you do that, I'm not going to judge you. Have fun. But when you literally fake liking someone and you're only... Oh my god, I want to burn this show. I want to burn it from my memory. And it's horrible. Don't skip it, seriously. It's fucking horrible. At the very end, so he, like, literally all the girls are hitting on him, and, like, okay, let me phrase it. All the girls are basically trying to dry hump him. Let's be honest. It's molesty time show. What is it? Everyone's groping everyone. Which, another trend that needs to die is, what is with Japan thinking that girls with big breasts, or, well, just girls in general, whenever they go to a spa, onsen, whatever, that they all think we constantly talk about how big each other's boobs are and molest each other. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been in a public bath. I'm never gonna go be in one. I don't like the idea of showering with someone else. That I don't know. That's too intimate for me. I don't like it. But it's just me. I know it's not a sexual thing, but as raised in America, that shit is take our baths ourselves and get the fuck out. Just one person at a time. Stop it. But, like, I've seen so much anime, it doesn't faze me. I mean, it's not something I do, but whatever. I don't find it weird anymore when I see it in anime, But just, yeah, that trend needs to die. The virgin obsessed with sex, that's literally the only thing he cares about ever. The girls molesting each other for no fucking reason. The Oni-chan, I think of him as my brother, but I kind of want to fuck him, even though we were friends for years. I get it. Your childhood friend, you might fall in love with your friend. Yeah, it makes sense. But if that's the case, you're not a big brother. You're not Oni-chan. You're childhood friends, and you just happen to be in love with him. He's not big brother. Okay? I'm tired of it. So basically, this is just bad personality towards bad characters. The music wasn't that interesting. I've heard much better. It was just like every anime, where they have that forgetful, cheery pop, I'm in love with you, yeah, song. So music skippable, characters unlikable, plot dumb as fuck. So my first girlfriend is gal. Yeah, burn that bitch. Don't watch it. Oh, and if you're wondering what the ending is, it's after being molested a bunch of times, and let's be honest, if he really wanted to get those girls off of him, even if you're not very strong, okay, maybe Ronko, she's a little bit of like, yeah, can fuck you up character. Maybe I'll understand you cannot be able to push her off you as easily as the others. But the others, you could throw those bitches across the room. Come on. Like, once the boobs are over her head, the center of gravity, she's fine. That's another thing, they'll have big tits. Oh, well, I'm sorry, one character does not have big tits. well, the main girl's Ronco, big tits. Yukana, main heroine, big tits. Lolly, childhood friend, biggest tits of the show. That's the character traits. Constantly rubbing against each other, and him. Can you tell how hard it was for me to get through 10 episodes of this bullshit? Like, at this point, it became a challenge. I'm just like, you can do it. You can do it. Someone, for the love of God, stop. Make it stop. At the end, after all this bullshit, and I don't know why you gotta watch him. I really don't. He says, like, one cool thing. Let's be honest. It's... And this should be coming from your mouth anyway. Where he's like, you can't use them as objects, me, when some other dude tries to do the same shit you've been pulling. And it's just like... So at the end of the show, he somewhat feels off the girls, which is bullshit. They're on top of him, they're dry humping him. He's not really resisting very much. Like, you could try and shove someone off, call for help. No, he's just like, come on, stop. Dude, we can't do this. When clearly he wants to do it. So it's not like, oh, I'm scared, oh, I don't know what to do. It's literally like, I'm too horny to process. That's your main character. And you kind of constantly sees this. Why? Your friend's doing it. Why have you not punched her in the face? Like, really? If she was your friend, she didn't fucking done that. And if he's your boyfriend, why are you not calling him when it's clearly it bothers her? Why are you not like, dude, what the fuck? What? Like, every other time she shows up, anytime there's a girl, and he's left alone with her, this bullshit keeps happening. Why is she with him? Why is she with him? Just, oh, please murder me. I hated this show so much. And at the end, he's like, I only want to lose my virginity with you, Yuhana. I don't know who this show was for. Because it's not good at all. Nothing about this show is good. Except the fact that it was only 10 episodes long. To be perfectly honest, with the story elements, it could have been done in 5 fucking minutes. But like, there's a president, he's an asshole. Meh. Just don't watch it. If someone dares you to, you better be like, no. No. You fucking pay me. I wish that was it, though. Like, I got paid for this, or it was a dare. But no, at this point, I was just like, you can't always skip anime you don't like, Alexis. Who knows, it might end up being good. Maybe it's not as bad as you think it will be. Maybe they'll be better. Maybe it's more interesting, because, like, lately I've been seeing shows where, like, this, going with low expectations, and then ended up being good. In this case, I went in with low expectations, and it was worse than I thought. Why is it when I say this is a short review, it's literally like 18 minutes. 18 plus, 18:30. Okay. So just skip it. My first girlfriend is a gal. It's stupid, don't. Bye.